seriousness of COVID-19, it's about time we step up against this deadly disease. Maintain a safe distance from others even if they don't appear to be sick. Wear a mask in public, especially indoors or when physical distancing is not possible. Choose open, well-ventilated spaces over closed ones. Clean your hands often. Use soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. Get vaccinated when it's your turn. Follow local guidelines about vaccination. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home if you feel unwell. This is Pony Television giving you the latest Thursday English bulletin. I'm Loving RIMAI, now the news in detail. People thronged Imphale's Quaramban market for Diwali and Ningol Chakoba shopping today. A large number of people were turning up at Quaramban, the largest market of Manipur. A sea of people was seen shopping at Imakaithal, Pauna Bazaar and Thangal Bazaar. The Meitei community of Manipur will celebrate Ningol Chakoba on November 6. Ningol Chakoba is one of the biggest festivals of the Meitei community. The government restricted festivals last year due to COVID-19 pandemic.
PONYTV Sana Leibak Manipurgi Ningol Singna Kaurang na khut thektu na ngairakpa Ningol Chakobogi numit na lakpada maikai kayadagi signa saina bangam da mongda Manipurgi amata ngairaba Khwairamal Kaithelda pot laina na bagidamak laknaki panba yabadi haukiba chahidadi Ningol Chakobogi thoram mamingtagi oina COVID-19 na maram oidana pangthoki adubu hantak chahigi oinadi COVID license su khara hantarakpaga iroina na paksanna Ningol Chakobogi thoram pangthokpagi mami sauna taki Aikoina lepsariba mafam asi Khwairambal Kaithelgi mawang maktadani Pony News kidama camera person jugamani galoinana paudamjariba Basanta Toksom PONYTV Manipur.
Manipur Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joykumar today targeted LJP MLA Karam Shyam, alleging that the latter has amassed a huge property. Karam Shyam is not the same anymore. Joykumar said Karam Shyam would get 1/3 of vote from Chajing Karang in the coming state assembly polls. The NPP MLA Y. Joykumar, however, cautioned that the candidates from Langthabal constituency are strong. Veteran politician O. Joy and sitting MLA Karam Shyam will run in the polls from Langthabal. Deputy Chief Minister Joykumar was attending a function to welcome Karam Nabakishore to National People's Party NPP at Iroishemba Mayol. Nabakishore will contest for Langthabal seat on MPP ticket in the polls. NPP MLA Jayanta Kumar, NPP Manipur General Secretary Organization Sheikh Nurul Hassan, intending candidate from Kurai constituency L. Jayananda, intending candidate from Yaisku constituency Huidrom Vikram, intending candidate from Singjamai Oinam Roman. Former Deputy Speaker Karam Babudon and a large number of locals were present during the program.
Aduga from the Congress Ozoy, Tamuzoy, Anisi, when a Labato, Anisi. Adu Egadi, the Queen of Anisi arrived on the Amasu, Yaklauna, and you Mibab, Aduga, Ujisu, Anatola, Sapai, Kopatigi, as an Emily, Aduga, Basu Soy, the Kari, and give the Asipa, Wakanga, what community. Amaronda, Amazoy, veteran politician. Why get the influence and labor copa? Labor was in a Kali, was in a Kali. I said, Hana Kanada, an easy thing to say, Lyroy.
The World Health Organization warned that a surge of coronavirus cases in Europe and Central Asia has pushed the region back as the epicenter of the pandemic. There are now 78 million cases in the European region, which is more than infections reported in Southeast Asia, the Eastern Mediterranean, the Western Pacific, and Africa combined, according to the WHO. Last week, Europe and Central Asia accounted for almost half of the world's reported deaths from COVID-19. The outbreak has accelerating in Europe over the last 4 weeks as colder temperatures lead to more socializing indoors, while many countries have eased restrictions. The WHO has repeatedly said that the pandemic is not yet over and that governments should keep public health measures such as mask wearing along with vaccinations. According to one reliable projection, if we stay on this trajectory, we could see 500,000 of COVID-19 deaths in Europe and Central Asia by February. Hans Kluge, the World Health Organization's regional director for Europe, said in a media briefing on Thursday. He also said many countries will face stress on hospital beds at some point during that period. The government of India has reduced the fuel price of petrol and diesel by ₹5 and ₹10 respectively. Accordingly, the Manipur government has also reduced the fuel price of petrol and diesel by ₹7 each with effect from today. It may be noted that the people of India have been protesting against frequent fuel price hike in the country. Fuel prices have already crossed the century mark. Manipur registered 58 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours and 1 fatalities in the past 24 hours. The state's infection tally reached 123,957 according to the state COVID-19 Command Control Room, with 1 death reported in the past 24 hours. The death toll rises to 1,927. The positivity rate was recorded at 3.8%. According to a release from the state COVID-19 Command Control Room, the fresh cases were detected from 1,508 samples. It said 6 people were recuperated from the disease in the same hours. In view of the upcoming 2022 Manipur polls and to contain the administration, Tamenglong held a consultative meeting with the church and religious leaders, civil society organizations, and village authorities of Tamenglong district at the Tamenglong headquarters today. The program was supported by district coordination with Tamenglong District Society. Warshang Hungyo, IAS Deputy Commissioner Tamenglong, who attended the meeting, urged the public to get vaccinated at the earliest. He said that as the election-related activities have scaled up, the people need to take maximum precaution. He also encouraged people to get the COVID-19 vaccine jab so that everyone can celebrate the Christmas in a meaningful and joyous way. The Deputy Commissioner also urged the people to ensure a free and fair election. Dr. Gaikwang Guangliu Gonmei, medical officer, said that Tamenglong is lagging behind in vaccination. She also requested the church leaders as well as the civil society organizations to spread awareness on the benefit of vaccination. District Immunization Officer Tamenglong and Nonate Dr. Sunil Kamei in meeting explained about how the WHO termed COVID-19 pandemic. Doctors' benefits of being vaccinated. An earthquake of magnitude of 3.7 on the Richter scale shook Guwahati and other parts of Assam on Thursday morning. The tremors was felt at 10:19 a.m. According to National Center, the epicenter of the earthquake was 35 kilometers west of Tezpur in Assam's Sonitpur district at latitude 2692.44 and at a depth of 25 kilometers, NCS said in a tweet. A short break, stay tuned for more updates.
Lagliba Diwali amadi Ningol Chakaubaga mari lainana cake, cupcake November 3 dagina November 3 fau 10% discount pizari. Pre-booking tawiduna discounts aikhoigi number 9863247509 amadi The Roselet by Baby Haina Instagram amadi Facebook ta order tawbagi khudong chabasu pizari.
Anabasingi, Hidakapa, dressing tauba, blood sample loba, rice tube hapa, catheterizing third thibada, awaba, thengnabirabadi, wabiraganu, Medline Home Nursing Care Service Manipurna, Pungkunmari Chukna, Adum Yumdalatuna, Hidakapa, injection piba, dressing tauba, feeding tube hapa, catheter hapa, Amadi, Makal Kiagi Anabasing, experience leraba, Dr. Amadi nurse, Akupa Marol Gidamak, Medline helpline number 920-598-7988. Amukasu 920-598-7988 ta call tawuna tanabiyu natraga Google Play Store dagi Medline app down.
Welcome back. After the members of Rongdai Baptist Church, RBC, Rongdai Village Authority, Platinum Jubilee C, along with Rongdai Students Union, RSU, and many well-wishers expressed deepest condolence. Beloved church member Achungpo Panmay, son of Kapulin Panmay, Nonay District, Hida, Kentucky, USA. The church also shared the grief of the bereaved family, his close friends, and RBC. A condolence service village of Rongdai before his mortal remains were laid to rest at Louisville, Kentucky, USA. It is worth mentioning that Achungpo deacon at Bethany Baptist Church as 12th of September 2021, wife and 2 sons. Personnel of the India's Border Security Force Rangers exchanged sweets on the occasion of Diwali today. The sweets were exchanged at the Atari Wagah checkpoint along the international border between the two countries, also exchanged between the two forces along the international border in Gujarat and in Barmer sector of Rajasthan. Sweets were also exchanged along the zero line at the integrated checkpost in Tripura on Thursday. The exchange is an old and traditional gesture to express goodwill between the South 11th Alpha and Omega knocked out Longmai Common Ground in Nonay District. Reverend Sagailung Gangmay, principal of 10th Maker, raising tomorrow's champion. The tournament aims to make youngsters healthy. The event is held under the aegis of Theophilus Gangmay, participating in the tournament. Before we wrap up today, people throng Paramban market for Diwali and the bulletin for the English news at 6:30.